place in the quarter-finals at stake. So it's advantage PSV as the second leg gets underway. Tottenham, all in white here, have to score and indeed have to win here tonight if they're to overturn the Dutch club's 1-0 lead from the first leg in London. PSV rather disappointed that their top of the table clash with Ajax at the weekend was postponed and put back until a week tonight. Although you do wonder whether they'll have benefited from the extra preparation time ahead of this one. They've set up here, PSV, much the same as they did at White Hart Lane, with 4 defenders, 3 central midfielders and 3 well-spread strikers. Nelson Mendes will operate typically to the left of Timmy Seamans, with Jason Kalina, the Australian, wearing 15 just to the right. That's Mendes to Farfan. Using the full width of this Philips Stadion pitch. Worked out nicely for Alcides. Koevermans in the middle. That's Ledley King. Ledley King sat out Tottenham's English game at the weekend. Such an important cog in the Tottenham wheel. Salcido, the Mexican centre-back. The PSV coach, Sepp Verhoeven, now 60 years of age. To Genus, clever dummy, great play by Tottenham. Goodness me, and the burst through from Malbranc caught PSV by surprise. Where was the PSV marking? Marcellus tried to close down Malbranc as he stole in on goal there. It's Mendes. Kalina. Farfan just ahead of him is Mendes. Space well found here by Kalina. Koevermans in the centre. Beyond him, Woodgate doesn't know what's behind him. No risks taken. Well, the Australian found some excellent space there. Ande Ramos with this wonderful record in this competition. 11th manager of Tottenham in the last 21 years, and of course in that time 1 FA Cup, 1 League Cup before this season. He's already managed something that many of his previous counterparts had failed to do. Chimbonda down the outside. Oh, Gomes and Salcido getting in a right old muddle. Well, a personal fallout between the two in what was a really bad lack of communication. It looked harmless enough. I think Salcido was expecting Gomes to catch it over the top of him. But Gomes a little bit put off. And that's a dangerous flick. Ledley King. on to get there. He was being tracked by Koevermans, but he got in front of his marker. Only one player stationed on a post there for PSV. Zakora. And he's perhaps a little fortunate to draw the free kick there, seemed to run into Koevermans. And here's Lee Young-pyo. Malbronk. Berbatov. So much power on the cross. Just had to take the sting out of it. Chimbonda. Gomes. Extending himself and doing enough. Gates, Chimbonda. The way that Tottenham are playing tonight with a diamond-shaped midfield, the fullbacks certainly have to push up to give them a bit of extra width. The struggle for Kroenkamp. This is Malbronk for Tottenham. Much of the play being compressed into the middle third of the pitch at the moment. Tottenham needing an extra degree of quality and creativity in the last third. PSV's first task to keep Tottenham at bay. But if Tottenham do score, then PSV will have to emerge from their almost hermit-like shells. Woodgate. Ginas. Chimbonda. Nice football again from Tottenham. Berbatov linking the play and finding Lee Young-pyo. Trying to tee it up for Huddleston. Came off the foot of a PSV defender. It's a corner. Inch by inch, step by step, you feel that Tottenham are getting closer. Just came off the heel of Salcedo. Of the corners has not been sufficiently good for Tottenham. And there's a break on here for Kroenkamp, who's clearly being held by King. Kroenkamp has got his right arm being held back by Ledley King. Well, it's Ledley King rather than Robbie Keane. I think that's a translation issue. There you go. Here's Kellina. And again, he's onside. He's got Farfan on the far post here. Oh, Chimbonda working extremely hard. It's a goal kick. It's the right decision by our Italian officials. Minute of the half, plus of course any stoppage time to be added. PSV are still in the driving seat. There's no time to be added at the end of the first period. Tottenham have failed to break through past Gomes so far. Steve Malbranque indeed came closest for the away team, but it has been a well-organised defensive display from the Dutch champions. That means that on aggregate they lead by a goal to nil, because on the night at half-time it's PSV 0, Tottenham Hotspur 0. So far, PSV have kept Tottenham at bay, but Tottenham making a change at the start of this second half. They've introduced Darren Bent in place of Lee Young-pyo. Didier Zokora looks as if he's well, not only injured, but he's going to drop into that left-back position vacated by Lee Young-pyo. Darren Bent is joining the Spurs attack for this second period. It's a very positive, bold step taken by the Spanish manager Juan de Ramos. So the shift in Tottenham's personnel means that they have a chance here, and it's Darren Bent, and it's the first shot on target from Tottenham, and it's come from the substitute. Gomes didn't make the cleanest save here. Malbranque with the slide rule pass, Keane racing onto it. Wasn't the strongest, most powerfully hit shot. Gomes seemed to be scrapping around a little bit for it. Berbatov, Bent. A three-pronged attack here for Tottenham. If anything, it's Berbatov just hovering behind the other strikers. And there he is. Well patrolled by Alcides. You always feel when Berbatov's on the pitch that Tottenham have a goal in them. Four 4-3-3, although Berbatov is just dropping a little deeper at times. Malbranque beaten in the air. Here's Farfan. Good movement here by Kalina down the flank. PSV beyond Koevermans, Chimbonda cool as you like, and hoisted away by Woodgate. Already in the opening minutes of the second half, we're seeing both teams prepared to show a little bit more attacking thrust. Camp. By Salcido. Cleared by King. If nothing else, that last PSV attack has re-engaged the home supporters. Always a slight peculiarity in a contest like this when PSV have got the away goal in the first leg. Home supporters so keen to see their team play positively. And neutrals, of course, love to see attacking football, but this is about far more than simply scoring a goal. Marcellus, Krumkamp, Koevermans, all forward here. Clever deception, Very clever deception, but Koevermans unmarked from what, about 6 yards out. And he's fluffed his lines at the crucial moment. Exit stage left, I think. Oh, there's quite a blatant push by Berbatov. But what about that chance for Danny Koevermans? Spurs all pushed up here. Surely he's offside. Well, he's not, in fact, of course. Two players were in offside positions. Kromkamp the furthest forward. But Koevermans stole through and had a clear sight of Robinson's goal. Galina. Siemens, the midfield anchor. Pressure from Tottenham and played into a good area. You should have seen the warnings very early. There's a slip by Alcides. This is Genius for Tottenham. Genius could have had a shot. It was unselfish play, but when the opportunity was presenting itself, surely he should have had a go there. Charges on for PSV. Koevermans offside, flag up. A little slip from Alcides. Genius was away. Cover provided by Salcido, but only temporarily, and this is the point where you thought he's got to have a shot. There was a line of players in red and white striped shirts was poised to pounce on Jermaine Genius. Afellay. Mendes. Afellay. Good awareness from the young Dutchman. 20 minutes into the second half. Tottenham still haven't got the breakthrough goal. Instead, it's Afellay for PSV. Great save, Robinson. Hooked away by Woodgate. PSV's best effort of the match. Koevermans had the clearest chance of the match earlier. But Tottenham with Genius and Zakora indecisive. Robinson helped out by Jonathan Woodgate. Sloppy play from the Tottenham midfield, and Afellay nearly made them pay. PSV have played English teams in 27 UEFA club games. Oh, mistake by PSV! Chance! Can they squeeze it in? Keane can't force it over. Well, suddenly PSV making a horrendous error at the back. The assistant's got his flag up here. Chimbonda not best pleased with the officiating, but look at this. Two defenders. Alcides just away in the nick of time. Robbie Keane so close to applying. Just a toe would have been enough. Even a little toe. Less than 20 minutes to go. Huddleston, great ball in that time, and it's flicked over the top by Robbie Keane. He's now wearing the captain's armband now that Ledley King has gone off. This is a good chance. Very technically difficult to execute. He's facing away from the goal. He's got to spin his entire neck around. Berbatov. Oh, handling error. Goalkeeper in a real muddle with his defender once more. That's the second time tonight. Gomes and Salcido, totally different wavelengths. Some edgy moments here for the Dutch team. It was the goalkeepers. I think he was worried about picking it up initially. But then Salcido trying to dig it out from between his feet. And foul on the PSV player Jason Collina here. PSV living in a very dangerous place at the moment. As indeed was Collina's head. Genus, I don't think he was aware Collina was right behind him there. We have 10 minutes to go. Genus, Chimbonda. This time it's Bent who's made the run. PSV looking to surge forward here on the counter-attack. They've got Lazovic on the ball here now. He's got precious little support. That's a wonderful tackle again from Woodgate. He's always been a player, when he's fit, who's been one of the best defenders in the game. He reads it so well. Towards Bent. Just enough of a touch to slip it out for Chimbonda. Oh, they're all arriving! Oh, what a fantastic goal from Dimitar Berbatov! Lifeline for Tottenham. And at this rate, we could be heading for extra time. They have finally broken through, and it's a dream of a strike from the Bulgarian. Chimbonda, but look how he hits the sweet spot. It flew off the boot like a missile into the bottom corner. Dimitar Berbatov. 2 goals at the weekend, and a change here with Afellay replaced. We're tied at 1-1 on aggregate now. Balázs Dzsudzsák is the player on in place of Afellay. Berbatov with 8 minutes to go officially, plus a few extra seconds too. Oh, and a shot that comes in from the substitute, Dzsudzsák. Huddleston away. So it's extra time. Tottenham got their goal, they got their win after 90 minutes, but there's still another half an hour of work to be done at least. Dimitar Berbatov with a really sweet strike to beat Gomes. A wonderful volley from the Bulgarian to take him to 20 goals in all competitions for the season. So Tottenham, as they did in the second period of regular time, attacking the goal to our right here. All in white, PSV in the red and white stripes. And here's the goal scorer, Berbatov. Bent, oh! Goodness me, it was almost a carbon copy of the sort of volley that was scored by Tottenham towards the end of the 90 minutes. It was a great setup by Berbatov, and the technique from Bent was almost perfect. They had to pivot. Balance the body. PSV's game plan tonight was a largely defensive one, looking to strike while Tottenham were up the other end. And here, thanks to their substitute, Lazovic, they've won a corner off Woodgate. removed all 3 of their available substitutions tonight. Can ill afford any injuries in this last half an hour. PSV have 1 substitution left available. Farfan's corner. Huddleston's header. Oh, and the volley was met by the forehead of Genius, I think it was. Galina, indeed it was Jermaine Genius. There's almost a sense of inevitability now about the penalty shootout. The ball returned, so Robinson has to cast away the initial ball. We are into the 120th minute on the night. "210 minutes in the tie. Bent, Lennon, chance here, Malbronk! What a save by Gomes! That had everything. The timing of the volley, the athleticism of the goalkeeper. What a telling moment. He couldn't have hit that volley any better. What a save from Gomes. He could justifiably applaud himself for that one. Huddleston. Gomes. Well, we've seen the good, the bad and the ugly from Gomes at times tonight. And the crowd here urging PSV to mount one last attack. The referee looks at his watch, and we are heading for a penalty shootout. Timmy Seamans taking captain's responsibility here with the first kick in this penalty shootout. It's a long, long run-up. Can he beat Robinson? Seamans, 1-0 PSV. So often with players in these situations, straight down the middle is often the best policy. Hit it firm, hit it straight, hit it hard. What can he do against Berbatov here? He's been beaten once by the Bulgarian tonight. Wow, it was low. It wasn't terribly hard, but it was perfectly placed. And it's 1-1. Gomes seemed a little slow getting down that time. Vanko Lazovic, the Serb substitute, facing up to Robinson. Oh, and he saved it! Robinson got a really strong hand to it, and it's advantage Tottenham. He didn't look ultra confident. It was a great height for Robinson. And a heart-in-mouths moment for the PSV fans. Absolutely critical to get a clean contact. Gomes looks about 10 feet tall at the moment, and he got a hand to it, but it just had enough power. O'Hara puts Tottenham 2-1 in front. Goalkeeper a little unlucky. Guessed right. 2 hands he got to it, but they weren't strong enough. That high tension stuff. Farfan against Robinson. 2-2. Sending Robinson the wrong way. Huddleston, that's a great penalty. Low and hard, bottom corner. It's 3-2 for Tottenham now. The Mexican centre-back, Carlos Salcido, facing up to Robinson. Big moment, big penalty. He's kept them right in it. Well, Salcido had a splendid match at the back for PSV, and he kept his cool again. This to put Tottenham within touching distance, and again went for power. Gomes hasn't been able to save any of the Tottenham kicks so far, and what it means is that now PSV simply have to score or PSV will be out. Jujak to keep PSV in it, which he does convert beautifully. It's 4-4, but Tottenham critically have the last kick of the regulation 5 to seal their victory here tonight. Robinson went the other way this time. Jujak steered it low and hard. It's Jermaine Jenas who will miss the first leg of the quarter-final, even if Tottenham get through. But Jenas to win it! He's too casual! Gomes comes up with the goods! It's all square at 4-4. His prayers have been answered. Just when it mattered most. It was a weak kick, in fairness, from Jenas. I saw him take one similar to this for Newcastle United in a pre-season tournament a couple of years ago. That nonchalant approach, it doesn't always pay off, but what a reaction here. Gomes has kept PSV alive. And this time Marcellus, or rather Bocal, hammers it home. And PSV are maybe just one kick away themselves. Bocal high this time. Zakora, one of the biggest moments in his career against his former manager's team, and he converts it. That's a really big, proud moment for Zakora. And Gomes didn't like the reaction, kicking the ball away. The referee's got his cards out. He's got to be careful. Zakora's had a yellow. Again, they've already lost Jenas, potentially, if they do get through to the quarterfinals. Dirk Marcellus. You can almost feel a sigh of relief oozing out from all the supporters as well as the players. Seth Verhoeven, the coach, staying calm as a cucumber. That was an excellent penalty from a defender. They are pumped up, they're poised, they're on the brink. It is 6-5 to PSV, and it's Pascal Chimbonda for Tottenham. The drama goes on. Can he keep it going? Chimbonda, he's missed! PSV are through to the quarterfinals! Gomes, undoubtedly the hero. Huge heartache for Pascal Chimbonda and Tottenham. They've lost on a shootout. The caretaker manager has steered his team into the quarterfinals of the UEFA Cup.
Yeah, we could have got one goal. Danny Koevermans could have scored, but I think he might have thought it was offside. But you know, that's the way it is. They could have maybe got one or two, and in the end, we've won on penalties.
And of course, yourself, you had a good game. You were marauding down that right side and getting some good balls in.
Yeah, it was a little frustrating. I'm not used to playing that position that I was asked to play in the first half, but I felt a lot more comfortable in the second half, and was able to get a lot more forward.
And as far as the competition goes now, well, first of all, to come here with a 1-0 lead, great surprise for you.
No, it was no surprise. I thought we did really well over there. We played well, we were strong, and we deserved the win. So it was no surprise, but you know, they came at us tonight. Berbatov scored a great goal, and yeah, we're just happy with the win.
You didn't have a shot in that penalty shootout. Were you itching to have one?
Yeah, I mean, I was next up in line, so would have been interesting. But you know, if I had to take one, I would have taken one.
And as far as the season goes now, it's been interesting for PSV this year, hasn't it? You know, with the change of coaches and everything that's gone on.
Yeah, we've gone through 3 coaches, and it's a little bit frustrating for players. But finally, we've got Seth Ferguson, and he's put in a good attitude, and the players have changed their attitude, and we're doing really well. And we've got a couple difficult games coming up this weekend, next Wednesday against Ajax. So 2 very important games, and hopefully, if we get through those, we've got a great chance of winning the.